everyone, and welcome to another episode of Tilted Tilter Gaming. I'm your host, Will. And today I figured I was going to showcase some of the paintings as was requested by the audience, and just show you some of my art a little bit more up close in front of the camera, all while telling you a bit about what's going on this side of the camera and letting you know for what's up ahead in the near future. So without any further delay, let's get started. Now, painting one. This one's called the Sepia Lady. I'm going to get it in focus here. Come on, don't take too long. There we go. Now, maybe you see her, maybe you don't, but she is kind of center frame here. So, right here you can see the hair blowing in the wind, the face, the arms right here. Looks like she's sitting down on a rock, or maybe she's wearing a dress. It's all up to interpretation. It's the beauty of pour paintings. Now, maybe you've heard of pour paintings, maybe you haven't, but the concept is that you have the painting, the canvas lying flat, and what you do is you have this more liquid, less thick, liquid, I said liquid twice there, sorry, latex paint that you pour over the top of it, and you spin it around, swirl it, and try to get as much of a marbling effect as possible. And sometimes you really don't get any. I'll show you some of the other ones, but sometimes you really just don't get any kind of a picture out of it. But I don't find those to be failures personally. I find those to be still very expressionistic and just very open to interpretation, which just makes them in many ways a little bit more fascinating. It's all about the beauty that one sees, not the beauty that one, is expecting to see. Sometimes more than meets the eye is, a lot more than you'd expect, huh? So, that was the Sepia Lady. You may notice one of the paintings in the background is off the wall right now. I'll get to that one. But, this one here, definitely not a pour painting. This one, I was trying to master vanishing points. I'll get that a little bit closer for you. Closer, untilted. I'm the tilted tilter here. There we go. But, this one is a bit inspired by Fallout 4 and the Nuka World DLC with the different glowing bottles of Nuka-Cola that you can get the recipes for. I always found those bottles to be kind of beautiful in my own personal way, and in many of my settlements I ended up having a bar set up with glowing bottles behind the counter because I just thought that looked cool. But to be honest with you, this painting does have more of a backstory than that to it, more than just me trying to work on vanishing points and that. But you see, halfway through this painting is when my cat died. Cuddles was a very wonderful cat and is like a son to me. Very rare male calico. But it was very painful losing him. I felt empty inside for the longest time after March 20th of this last year. But that's why this painting is in memory of him. It's called A Toast to Cuddles, and on the back I wrote a special message to him. In memory of my beloved cat and my son. You're the brightest light in my darkest days. I will always love you. Thank you. It's just as true then as it is now. I still love that cat. I mean, it's like I've known for some time now. You never really stop loving the people you truly love. You just keep loving them, even when they're gone. Enough about that. Let's get on to some of the more interesting paintings. Now, this is me taking up glow-in-the-dark painting, which is one of the things I'm still on right now. It's still one of my big art things that I do. I guess different phases of artistic creativity. But this is more of a classic, the kind of look that you'd see on walls depicting the, different stars and planets in space. I like that it has more of that retro feel to it on that one. And I have some that's more of a 90s retro. I guess we go with 90s retro. That's these guys over here. Like this one right here. Yeah. A bit more 90s, what you'd expect to see on a little boy's wall. Views into the stars like I was when I was a kid. I was really big into astronomy. But, yeah, so there's that. Sorry if it seems a little bit rushed, but 15 minutes, I got to make sure that I stick well within parameters here. So I'm kind of hurrying it a little bit along. Hopefully you can understand it. But this one is one that I plan on putting up in a sushi bar. Now again, it has a really nice classic retro style that I like. With the clownfish in the background and the angelfish right there. Has more of a 50s or 60s feel, I'd think. Like what you'd see on a billboard or something like that. Maybe even sometimes going around Disneyland, if you do that, you might see it. But here's a more of a political piece right here. Now this is the I'll just say it, this is Biden's America right here. Look at inflation, tell me I'm wrong, huh? We all used to be a lot less broke, I'm just gonna say it. And we're all a lot more broke now. But that's not what this channel's here for. This channel's here for entertainment. So back to entertainment. This is my very first pour painting that I poured. As you could tell, it, one, doesn't take over the whole painting. Doesn't cover the whole thing like my ones do nowadays, but it's called Crazy Dog, Bad Boy, or something. I really haven't come up with a name for it, but it kind of looks like a really crazy little dog, doesn't it? Or a teddy bear, maybe even. Maybe Evil Teddy would be another good name for it. But, yeah, so there's that. The back cover is the paintings, except for... Here's another interesting one that I did. Now, somewhere around I have one very similar to this, but it's smaller and it's... I think it's got a lot more of a design to it, but, you can see all the swirls in here. This is something that I had been working on for quite some time. Not this painting, but trying to master getting these, little swirly figures just right. It's one of my more abstract works. It's just more intentionally abstract. At the time, I didn't really know what I wanted to paint, just that I wanted to paint. So I just felt like expressing myself, how I could, express myself and try to get some good coloration out of things. Now, you'll always find when you paint that things are a lot more vibrant in color when they're drying. And sometimes you kind of lose it. It's a little unfortunate, but, such is life. So, without any further ado, now that you've seen some of my artwork, I mean, there's more to see over here, but I'll get to that eventually. But, yeah, after letting you know about that, I guess it's time to let you know about what's going on with everything on this side of the camera. Well, after nothing going as planned and Mom going to a place in Healdsburg that really, in my opinion, mistreated the patients, she's finally back home and, finally getting better care than she was getting there, definitely better food. So, she's doing what she can. She's a tough lady. She's very strong, very resilient, but still very much in pain, so there's that. I get the feeling that she's in a lot more than she'll show on her face, but like I said, she's strong. She always has been. I guess that's where I get some of my strength from. But, yeah, so there's that. And now getting to the, I really want to keep that blunt because, again, 15 minutes, I don't even know how much time I've used up so far. I only really know that after I'm looking at the recordings at the end. So getting to the channel so that I know that I definitely keep this under 15 minutes as per the guidelines. But, yeah, I'm going to be doing a live stream here soon. Either the first weekend or second weekend of February. I'm planning on just hitting the ground running with a live stream. Going to be hammering out the details and making sure that I know exactly when that day is so that I can keep you guys better informed, and we're going to have some fun with that Conrad Stevenson's Paranormal PI Guide. Hopefully you'll be along for the ride and enjoy, the game just as much as I do. But in the meantime, just take care. God bless. Every one of you is wonderful in your own special way. Don't ever let the world tell you you're anybody but who you are. And when life gets you down, don't give up hope. There's always something to be hopeful in.
even if you feel like all you got is yourself. Don't beat yourself up. You can be your best friend, your own father, or your worst critic. But it's your choice who you want to be. Well, I guess also if you're a lady you could be your own mother, but you get my point. The bottom line is, you are you. You are unique. And you are somebody God made very specially, whether you believe in Him or not. So, thanks for staying around, and thanks for going down this photo gallery path with me. I mean, not exactly where I'd imagined things would be, but hey, it's like I said, got to do something to get these videos out here and try to wind down January while we get to the fun stuff in February, huh? So, again, thanks for listening. Thanks for staying tuned. Please like the video if you like what you see, and please hit the sub and maybe even the notification bell so that, you'd be a little bit more notified about when these channels go out and be a little bit more, up to date with what's going on. That's about all, everybody. Take care. Peace.